Hey everybody, it's a Thursday update and a huge Thursday update. Long discussion after the free pick. If you want to stay tuned, I'll recap yesterday. It was a good day and talk about a few things. The one housekeeping duty, then we're going to talk directly about the Denver and LA game tonight and a couple of different ways to bet it, including some props in this game. I don't do the NFL draft. People are reaching out to me on Twitter and Facebook. Now, Facebook, you can contact me directly at Facebook. Just go to Tony George Sports. Just type that in the search bar on Facebook. Now, I have a group page there. I put the videos on there and a couple other different things every now and then. But I will interact with you on there. You know, that's how you get a hold of me. Now, the NFL draft to me is a crapshoot with teams. There's a lot of volatility in it. I don't know what the Bears are going to. We'll talk about it at the end of the video, but I just don't have any interest in it. I got my eye on the prize on about 5-6 other sports, and I'm just not taking a break from them to try and break down the draft to figure out what an NFL owner, a personnel director, and a head coach is going, and scouts are going to do. And there's going to be some trading up in places in the draft, which is going to throw everything out of whack. You know, what's Chicago going to do? Who they going to take? You know, this. We'll talk about it in a minute. Let's get to the free play. Then we'll recap yesterday, including the Boston debacle, and talk about some other things. And we have a top pick today in the NHL, a 7-unit play, which is rare. We're on a monster run in the NHL. Okay, let's get to this game here tonight. I'm going to take the Lakers on the money line minus 115. And yes, I know that Denver is 10-0 against them. In the history of the world, all great empires have fallen. History has a tendency to repeat itself. You're seeing that in America right now. The empire is crumbling. But sooner or later, a trend reverses. Now, if you look at it at face value, LA should have won the last game. I mean, Denver has not played that well in this series, and they still won. But the last game was an example of a fluke. And I'll tell you why. Denver shot 44, Denver shot 44% from the floor and 24% from three-point range. LA shot 49 and 43 respectively. They got out rebounded, and I keep talking about these rebounds. They got out rebounded badly. That will change, which leads me to my first prop. LeBron James over 7.5 rebounds is minus 105. Bet it. Bet it. LeBron James over 0.5 blocks. That is plus 115. Bet it. Now, you could talk about LeBron James. He's a polarizing figure. He pisses a lot of people off with his off-court antics and stances and this, that, and the other. I don't care. The guy is a baller. He's one of the best ever to play the game in one of the biggest games of his life. Anthony Davis is no joke. He's a top 6-7 player in the NBA. I put LeBron in the top 15 right now at age 39. You know, at home, life on the line, season on the line, in a pick'em ball game against a team that, quite frankly, has not played all that well. Whenever you have the Joker in the game, Nikola Jokic, you got to be concerned if you're backing the other team. Have no illusions. The guy's a 2-time MVP, probably going to be a 3-time MVP. I mean, yeah, that's scary. But I think you're going to see a concerted effort from LA tonight. They gave up that last, whining about the officiating and this, that, and the other after the fact, and LeBron throwing a fit and everybody walking out of the presser and all this, that, and the other. That's all white noise to me. That doesn't make a difference. LA, in the last game, outplayed them on the floor and lost. Now they're at home, out of the altitude where they won't get so gassed because they have an aging roster with their two best players, with Davis and James. But at the end of the day, I'm taking LA in this game for your free pick. We're not unloading the farm. Those two prop bets on Bronny should be good. Should be good. I think LA gets them. I really do. So that's your free play. And those are your two free props. Last night, we've talked about this time and time again. Well, let's get to the picks. I want to let you know we got a 7-unit NHL top play tonight in the Panthers and Lightning game. Now, yesterday we gave you Vegas as a free pick. One of the free picks. The Pelicans lost. We'll talk about that in a minute. But we have a 7-unit top play. We're on a 17-7 run our last 24 and 6-1 in the postseason. We only have one postseason loss. Doc Sports, free $60, link in the description below. On the website, there's a tab that says free 60. Park it in any new account. Hassle-free, no strings, no obligation. Use it anywhere on the website you want. Take some of it and put it on this play tonight. And it comes with a profit guarantee. Read about that on the website. You have any questions about any of that, there's an 800 number on the website. You call customer service. And guess what? It isn't AT&T, isn't DirecTV. It isn't like calling Cox Cable, or any of these other customer service places. You got to jump through a million hoops. We have live customer service that speaks to you and addresses your issues, and that's it. Old school. So go get it. Yesterday we went 3-0 in Major League Baseball plus 1,200. We're going to have a multi-pack card today. We have a 4-unit NBA best bet in the Cavs and Magic game. We have a 4-unit NBA player prop in the LA-Denver game. And I gave you 2 props for free. Yesterday we had a 6-unit prop. We went 2-0 on a prop card. I said on Hoops Happy Hour show last week with Griff Murphy, we're not doing one this week, by the way. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But props are probably the best way to bet these damn games in the NBA because they're unpredictable. So we have that going on as well. And so those are our picks out today. Go get them. Last night, again, we've talked about this time and time again. Miami upended as a 15-point road dog the Boston Celtics, a team they beat last year, and they did it without their 2 best players. Arguably, Jimmy Butler, Rozier's out too, one of their key players, because Eric Spoelstra outcoached Boston's head coach. He did the same thing last year in the postseason. Scoring around, 5-6 players in double digits? Boston is ill-prepared for the postseason. I would not be surprised if Miami wins this series. I'd sprinkle. Boston has talent. They don't know what to do with it. Miami got to the finals last year with a team that did not have as much talent as any team that they played, and they were an underdog in every series. It's because of Eric Spoelstra. A head coach, if you're not handicapping head coaching, you should be. If you're not scared to back the Bucks with Doc Rivers as head coach, you got to screw loose. You got to be careful. All those years Phil Jackson was coaching the Bulls or the Lakers. He's got all these players. Any coach could win with these guys. You could plug Doc Rivers in there. He's gonna win 6 titles, 9 titles 10 titles, whatever Jackson. No, he knew how to coach superstar players and get everybody on the same page and play as a team. Boston can't do that with as much talent as they have. I had them on the first half line last night. You know, especially after watching game one. But again, coaching. Same thing happened last night. The Pelicans game, what a debacle that was. Wow. I guess Oklahoma, somebody forgot to tell Oklahoma City they're a bunch of youngsters and they're not supposed to be winning in the playoffs this early in their career because they went off. We got our prop. Valanciunas had points and rebounds total, went over with the prop. We had Tatum on his points over. He made it, but the rest of the team sucked. But anything can happen in the NBA postseason. There's nobody wearing an NBA jersey that's on a roster that isn't a baller. Tell you that right now. Anything can happen. Anything. But coaching last night on display. That's for sure. As I mentioned, I'm not doing the NBA draft, NFL draft. I don't even know what the Bears are going to do with the first pick. Bears have screwed up drafts for eons. They got the first and the ninth pick. What they should have done was kept Justin Fields, got Marvin Harrison Jr. for the first pick because they need a good wideout to go along with DJ Moore. And then come the ninth pick, they get Bowers, tight end out of Georgia. Surround your superstar with weapons that can stretch the field vertically and make huge plays and be an instant contender in your division and possibly a playoff team with a quarterback that's talented. Justin Fields is talented. Just didn't have anything around him. What do you expect him to do besides take off running? Their offensive line sucked. They had no running game. They had one wide receiver and a mediocre tight end. You're throwing a 21-year-old kid into that mix and expecting to be Patrick Mahomes out of the gate? I don't want to have any interest in it. That's for sure. Just some thoughts. The Hoops Happy Hour show this week, I think Griff is traveling. It's been a little under the weather this week, so we'll hold off and do the Hoops Happy Hour show next week. We might stick in a StreamYard on Friday. I'll let you know tomorrow if we do. We'll do a StreamYard podcast, Vegas Beat. You can find that on Twitter, my Facebook page. My Twitter's at TGeorgeSports. Go get a hockey winner. Let's get it done tonight.